This is the Kenmore Intuition and the Shark Navigator, and in this video I'm going to be comparing the two. So to start with, these vacuum cleaners, they both have a lot of similar features, and I'm going to go through each one. I have a problem with mold. I have a health condition, so that's why I originally got the Shark, and I've had it for a couple years now. So to start off with, the Shark is completely bagless. So I'll go ahead and take this off really quick. So this lifts off, and this is where all of the dust and everything stays inside of here. And then down here, oh, that thing needs washed. So there is a HEPA filter that is down here as well, and it is double layered. It has the bottom portion as well. So there are two filters in here causing double protection. This is just going to prevent from things going back into the air. So it's really easy to change that out. For the Kenmore, this one is a bagless technology. So with this one, you have a dust bag release that is on the top. And for myself, I like this one better because it means I don't have to get any of the dust on me whenever I am trying to clean this out. I can just replace this, and it comes with 5 extra bags. So I can replace it, and then I am good to go. And then just put it right back on top of here. There is a HEPA filter that is down here as well, which is just gonna clean out the air as it flows through. So they both have HEPA filters. So the Shark Navigator, if I'm using this vacuum, I can fully go like this, and it can go underneath a bed or a chair, something really low, and it still keeps going just like that. It's got a lot of maneuver action to it, so it swivels really well, and it's really easy to control. So they swivel about the same. I've noticed this one works really well going underneath flat surfaces if I need to get under my bed, and it rolls really well when using this. So now for underneath, for the brush roller, this is the Shark Navigator, and it has a technology so no hair, strings, or anything get caught up inside of here. And to be honest with you, I will say that is one of the best features that I have noticed with this. I've pretty much never had to pull strings out of this vacuum cleaner, and I can't say that about a lot of them. So for the brush rolls on the Kenmore, this one does get strings caught in it a little bit more. You can see there's some hair that's caught in it. I haven't really had it get stuck, so I haven't come to that point yet, but it does get a little bit of strings caught in there. So it's definitely a difference between the Kenmore and the Shark. So both of these vacuums have liftaways, and we'll go ahead and pull these off so that way I can show you really quick. You just take the cables off on the side so you can lift it away. On both of them, you have to do this. And then to lift the Kenmore, you're going to push this right here, and this lifts it up. So now you have this, you can fully walk around this, go around your house, go on your stairs. You can lift this wand up, and now you can start getting some stair action with this. And it works really well, and it's super light to carry around. So for the Shark, it's really easy to lift away too. There's a little button down here on the bottom. You just push that, and now this fully comes off, and I can go around the house with this. Now I can pull off my wand, and we can go hit up the stairs, and we are ready for some stair action with this. It is super light to carry around, and it's very maneuverable as well, just like the Kenmore. I would say they both work really well for the liftaways. So now let's see the different size of the wands. So here is the Kenmore, here is the Shark. Let's see which one is longer. Okay, so the Kenmore definitely has some reach on the Shark. It has probably about 6 to 8 inches. I mean, it's a good bit of distance. So you're gonna be able to get more reach with the Kenmore wand. It's a little bit heavier, but it's not really heavy. And one thing with both wands, they both have suction controls on them. So right here for the Shark, You can go to max. That's going to be your max. It's going to close all the air going through. You're going to be able to suck up more. And then you can open this up so that way it's at minimum and it's going to have less air going through. And then the same thing goes for the Kenmore. You can do the same thing. So it has a suction control right here. You just keep it closed if you want it to fully be sucking all the way. And then you would just open that little window right there, and that will give some more air going through, and it's not going to suck as hard. Both of these, the handles come off as well, and I'll show you that. So we'll put these back in. They both go back into the vacuums really, really easy. Here is the Kenmore, and it has a suction handle that comes off. So you can use this and you can put on any of the attachments, which I'm going to be showing you as well. And then for the Shark, it has a button right on the back of the handle as well. And you can pull that right off and you can put all the attachments on too, which I'll show you as well. So here are all the tools for the Shark. So you have a long kind of pointed rod type thing. So that way you can get back in corners. This little brush, so that way you can brush it on things. The bristles for this one are kind of softer. With this one as well, it goes on top of here just like that. So you can use it like this, extended. So that way you can get into some really tight spaces with this. Then we have this tool, which this tool can clean different things. It has these little rubber notches going around, which are really gonna pull out hair and stuff, probably out of carpet. And then it has a upholstery tool as well in here. So you just push this, and then the upholstery tool comes out just like that. And it's a nice felt fill. And I have to say, this stuff really grabs hair really well. And then you have this tool, and you can see this also has that felt type material, and it picks up hair like crazy. This thing works really well. And then on the vacuum, the spot for the tool is right here. There's only one on the Shark Navigator, whereas on the Kenmore, there are two, and I'm going to show you that. So the first tool for the Kenmore is this Pet Handymate. And it has this nice roller on here, and it's just really good for getting pet hair and different things off of furniture or anything like that. The next tool has this felt filling stuff, and you can see it really gets hair really well. And this is a 2-in-1 or actually 3-in-1 tool. So you pull this apart, and you saw hair came out with it. It had some hair stuck in there. And then you have this soft brush right here, so I could flip this around and use this just like this. And now I have this, well, the bristles are a little bit tougher on this one. They're not as soft as they are on the Shark. So this one's a little bit harder. You also have the nice pointy long piece that you could get down into some tight spaces. And on the Kenmore, this is where the tools sit. So there are two places to put the tools. Unlike the Shark, there was only one. So there's a little bit more room on this one to have your tools, and that way you don't lose them. With the Shark, I had to put my tools up somewhere in a spot that I know they're gonna stay and they're not gonna get lost. So here is a pile of dirt on the floor, and there are two settings on the Shark. You can do hard floor or carpet. We're gonna do the hard floor setting and see how well this picks up. So it looks like everything is gone from my pile that was on the ground. The only thing that I will say with the Shark that I notice is I have an extreme health condition with mold, and I can feel dust actually blow out of this. That is why I originally got the Kenmore, because I needed a bag system so that way nothing was coming out. If you have extreme allergies or anything, I would suggest looking into a bag system, because the Shark, it is a great vacuum cleaner. The only downside I would say about this vacuum cleaner is when vacuuming, I can feel out of this vent right here, stuff blow up, and I can literally feel it. With the Kenmore, it has the exact same functions. It has the hard floor option and carpet, except it calls it Brushroll. So you would turn the Brushroll on to use it on carpet. However, we're not using it on carpet, so we're not turning the Brushroll on. And the dirt is completely gone now. So it got all the dirt, sucked it right up, even some of those bigger pieces. So they both do a really good job picking up. But the thing that I noticed with the Kenmore is I don't feel any of the dirt on me whenever I vacuum, which is, it's not blowing because it is all a closed system. So you're not going to get any particles going in the air if you have extreme allergies or anything like that. Also with the Kenmore, when the bag is full, there is an LED, so it will turn red once it's full and it'll show replace bag right here. So overall, between the two vacuums, they both have great things about them. They both work really well. It really depends on how bad your allergies are and how bad you need the HEPA filter and stuff not to blow up in the air. Really, that is the true call with it. This closed loop system with the Kenmore is going to make it to where you're not going to get stuff blowing back up into the air. And the Shark is a really good vacuum cleaner. It's really fast to use, quick and easy. If you don't have extreme allergies, this is a great vacuum cleaner. And I've never had this vacuum cleaner have anything stuck in the Brushroll, which has been absolutely amazing because I remember vacuum cleaners back in the day, probably some still even now, where you get stuff caught in there, you get hair, and it is a pain. You're constantly turning it over and taking stuff out. I haven't noticed that with this. Stuff does get caught around the Brushroll more, but I've never had to pull things out of here. But they both work really, really well, and it all depends on you.
I actually found a pretty good deal on it. I'll put a link to that in the comment below so you can check that out if you are interested in picking one up for yourself.